Tonight, students can learn about crime victims' rights.
Plus, we take a look at a man very important to us here at Trojan Vision. Stay tuned, Troy. TrojanVision Nightly News starts now.
From the high-definition digital production center on the Troy campus, with news from Troy University locations around the world, this is Troy TrojanVision Nightly News.
Hello and welcome to Troy TrojanVision Nightly News for April 8th, 2014. I'm Felicia Payne.
And I'm Haley Greathouse. Thank you for joining us this evening.
Every year, millions of people have their lives changed forever by crime. April 6th through 12th is National Crime Victims' Rights Week, and there is a way for students to learn what rights victims of crimes have this week on campus. 2014 marks 30 years since the Victims of Crime Act was signed into law by President Ronald Reagan. And to honor this, Troy University's Student Counseling Center and the SAVE Project are helping to spread the word about National Crime Victims' Rights Week.
Mission accomplished.
National Crime Victims' Rights Week is a campaign that is a national campaign, and it's sponsored through the Office for Victims of Crime. And we're out here to honor and appreciate victims of crime, survivors of crime, as well as to thank people who advocate on behalf of victims.
While victims can visit the National Center for Victims of Crime website at victimsofcrime.org, anyone on campus who may be a victim or know someone who is a victim is encouraged to stop by and get more information.
Some of the information that we have set up at our table is information about victims' rights, as well as resources, websites, various resources that victims can go online or go to an agency to seek assistance.
And if you know someone who has been the victim of a crime, there are ways that you can help them to get help.
First of all, early intervention for recovery is key. And so just encouraging that person to seek help is vital for their recovery. Supporting them, being patient with them as they go through the recovery process.
And if any student would like information or counseling, they can visit the Student Counseling Center on College Drive. Tent will be set up on the quad again on Wednesday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m.
People can put on their running shoes this weekend to help out a good cause as Troy's School for Hospitality, Sport, and Tourism Management holds their annual Nick Costas Run Saturday morning. Proceeds from the run will go to the Fisher House, an organization that provides housing for families with hospitalized members. Traditionally, just a 5K run has happened in the past, but this year their organizers have added a 10K run and other features they feel will aid runners would appreciate.
This year we're trying to make it a lot bigger than it has been in the past by adding the 10K. We've also brought in a timing group, so everything's going to be timed. You're going to wear a vest, and it's all going to be professionally timed and everything.
Costas Run will be Saturday morning starting at 8 a.m. The starting line will be at Sartain Hall, where there will also be a kids' fun zone sponsored by the National Guard. Troy University is made up of a variety of people, from students to faculty and staff, and some of those have some interesting stories to tell.
That's right, and throughout the month of April, we're going to be taking a look at some of those individuals in our Trojan Profile series. Today, Casey Harville takes a look at a man who makes sure all of us here on Trojan Vision do a good job every day. Station Manager Kyle Bozeman.
Whether it's at Trojan Vision or simply seeing him around Wallace Hall, you may know who he is, but may not know anything about him.
Kyle Bozeman is my boss as a station manager here at Troy University Television.
That does not mean that I'm in charge of selling televisions or teaching people how to fix televisions. It means I run the campus television station and work with students in producing programs on our Troy cable system.
I knew Mr. Bozeman when I was a student here at Troy University, or at Trojan Vision. I got to meet him through that, and then when it was time for me to go on into the real world, he actually hired me on here at Trojan Vision, and I've been working here for almost 7 years now.
I've known him for many years, from back in my student days at Troy University, so we go way back. He's the one that pretty much said to me, hey, there's a position open here, you should apply for it, and so I did.
Just like his employees, Bozeman also attended Troy.
I went to high school in Luverne. I grew up about 25 miles west of Troy. I went to college, or came to the university back when it was Troy State University. Majored in broadcast journalism, worked in broadcast television at a couple of different stations, in various kinds of jobs during the 80s and 90s. And when I had a chance to come back to Troy and teach what I had been doing in the field, it just seemed like a natural opportunity. Great one.
While Kyle Bozeman is serious about his work, he knows that there are certain priorities that must come first.
Just in times when we need to get away, or in times when there's family emergencies or something going on, he lets us worry about that.
One of the things that a lot of people may not know about him is like he's one of the probably funniest people I've ever met in my life. His humor is so much that a lot of times we have to determine whether or not, when he says something to us, whether he's joking or not.
Bozeman also evaluates the TrojanVision Nightly News after each newscast. Casey Harville, Troy, TrojanVision News.
And keep watching throughout the month of April for more of our Trojan Profile series.
And now taking a look at news from around the state. In Montgomery, a group of adoptive parents are speaking out against a Montgomery lawmaker's claim that white parents do not adopt black or biracial children. The parents organized a Facebook group called Faces of Families in Alabama and will hold a news conference Wednesday.
In Muscle Shoals, investigators are trying to identify a woman's body found floating near a northwest Alabama marina. The body was found near Stinson Hollow Marina along the Tennessee River in the Muscle Shoals area.
And in Birmingham, rescue crews in the area helped people from flooded homes and cars as the region was drenched by heavy rain. About 24 residents of a mobile home park in Pelham had to be rescued from floodwaters that were nearly chest high yesterday. Still to come on TrojanVision Nightly News, the Troy baseball team is taking on the Auburn Tigers on the road tonight. Mitchell Spoon will give us a full game preview when he joins us in sports. Now Mitchell Spoon will join us with a look at sports. So Mitchell, this was a very busy week for Trojan athletics. The golf team played today, the baseball team's playing tonight, softball's playing Thursday. Can you tell us more about this?
Well, you're right, Haley. The baseball team has a game tonight in Auburn against the Tigers, but I'll tell you more now in sports. After getting swept at home over the weekend by number 2 Louisiana Lafayette, the Troy baseball team heads to Auburn tonight to face the Auburn Tigers. At the plate, the Trojans are led by junior outfielder David Hall, who is batting a .343 average. Over the last 4 games, however, Troy has enjoyed the success of fellow junior outfielder Joel L. Bennett, who has gone 7 for 15 with 2 doubles and 4 RBIs. For the Tigers, they come into the game licking their wounds as well after getting swept over the weekend by the Ole Miss Rebels. They are led by sophomore Jordan Ebert with a .385 average. Head coach Bobby Pierce says his team needs to get some things straightened out if they're going to get the win.
Talk a lot of things through and trying to get prepared for the Auburn game on Tuesday, because obviously coming off this weekend, we're not in a good position to go play anybody at this point. So to play a good team on the road is going to be a challenge, and right now we've got to be willing to accept that challenge.
Trojans go into the game with an even 16-16 record overall and are 6-5 away from home. The Tigers are 19-14 overall and are 14-8 at home. Auburn leads the series 37-17, including a 29-4 record at Plainsmark Park. Troy's last win at Auburn came in 2008. Fans can listen to the game on WTBF FM 94.7 or watch the game streaming live on TroyTrojans.com. And the softball team is looking for answers after getting swept over the weekend by Louisiana Monroe and adding 2 more games to the team's loss column. The Trojans are now 16-24-2 overall and 1-8 in the conference. Troy is also tied for last place on the Sun Belt alongside of UT Arlington. And things aren't getting any easier for Troy as they're preparing for a 3-game road trip beginning with UAB on Thursday. Head coach Melanie Davis says she knows how tough it's been for her team.
It's tough to win on the road anywhere in this league. It's tough to win at home in this league. It's a very tough conference. Success breeds success, and we've scheduled tough, have played some good, really tough non-conference schedule, and unfortunately I think some of the failures are contributing to the kids' mindsets, whereas really the failures should just make them strong. I keep saying our motto this week, what don't kill us makes us strong.
We'll play at UAB on Thursday before traveling to UT Arlington over the weekend. And the men's golf team completed their play in the Old Waverly Collegiate Classic, coming tied for 9th with a score of 875. The team was 1 stroke away from tying for 8th with Southeastern Louisiana. For the Trojans, they were led on the course by junior Philip Brennan, who tied for 5th with a 4 under par. Behind him was freshman Jared Beecher, who tied for 17th with a 1 over par. Junior Jake Tucker tied for 35th with a 5 over par, while freshman Clay Vanoy and junior Tova Dozier came in 69th and 70th respectively. The Trojans will be back on the course when they travel to Madison, Mississippi to play in the Reunion Intercollegiate April 14th through the 15th. And the first regional rankings for track and field teams are out, and the Trojans landed at number 15 in the South region. Besides the teams being ranked, a number of Troy athletes ranked individually. Junior Ben Martin is 14th in the nation in the 100-meter dash with a season best time of 10.28. Martin also ranks 46th in the 200-meter dash with a time of 21.10. Senior Jordan Lamberg ranks 19th in the 400-meter dash with a time of 46.84. For the Sun Belt Conference overall, 5 teams rank in the top 15 in their respective regions. The Trojans hit the road this week for the Spec-Towns National Team Invitational hosted by the University of Georgia. And the women's tennis team will put their 7-game win streak on the line tomorrow when they travel to Birmingham to face the Sanford Bulldogs. The Trojans have won 10 of their last 11 matches, which includes 5 straight road games. The Trojans are led at the #1 singles by junior Trang Hyung, who is 14-4 on the season and has won the last 2 Sunbelt Athlete of the Week awards. For Sanford, they boast a perfect 11-0 record at home and have spent part of their season in the ITA national rankings. They are coming off of 2 conference wins over Elon and North Carolina Greensboro. The Trojans return to Birmingham to face UAB on Saturday and complete the regular season with a conference match against Louisiana Monroe on Sunday. So, Haley, Felicia, hopefully the Trojan baseball team can get that critical win in Auburn tonight. And for the softball team, hopefully they can get a win on Thursday.
Yes, we wish the best of luck to all of our Trojans.
Indeed.
Thank you.
Thank you.